In this session, looking at the new car pre-delivery manager, we're going to be looking at the reports. Now you can find the reports section up here and all the different reports that you can choose from. So let's look at the sublet report. Now this report shows any sublets jobs with a date range by a controller based on the due out and due in dates in the add change job screen. So all we need to do is pick which controller we wish, or you can also choose all controllers, select the date range that you wish from. Now, as you can see, you can go back as far as you wish to whatever date you want. Just hit generate report. And once you've got the data, you can either just print it out by hitting this button down the bottom here or closing the report. The next one is the awaiting parts report. Now, simply all we need to do is select which day we're going for and generate the report. This report is based on the parts due date that has on that day that you've selected from the add job screen with the awaiting parts status. Again, print or close. Next one being the aftermarket tint report. Now this will display any jobs for a vehicle that has to have aftermarket tinting done on whichever date you select. Again, generate report and the information will come up here. Next one, the preview day sheet will preview anything that you have on this current day. So if you wish, for example, we had more things on the screen, we could put them in any sort of order. So we could put them on a color order, we could put rego order, whatever order we wished. We can change the columns, all this sort of changing columns or reordering columns, I'll go through in another session. Once you're ready, go to reports, preview day sheet, and that information will come up. And it will come out in whatever order you've set back in the original screen. When you're ready, up here, we can just hit print or close. Now it's the same thing with a print day sheet. Rather than previewing it, it will just print it out for you. Next one being the registration report. This will show any internal jobs as a registration plus a due out or due in date for those organizations that use that functionality. Now the user must have selected registration for the job to appear on this report in the job section. Now again, you can select any date that you wish to set this for, to and from, and generate a report. Next, we'll have the suppliers report. Now, just a very large warning for this one. Be careful clicking all suppliers and then generating a report. We have a very small test database and it still took about 5 minutes to load this report. If you do this at your company, it will take a long time and you'll probably end up locking your computer up. Rather than doing all supplies, I suggest just picking an individual one and hitting generate report. As you can see, you'll generate a report for any jobs for that company alone. Once you have done this, you do have the option to email a report to the supplier. Now this will send a report to the supplier who will then get the report for that current date. This is based on the due in and due out for each job. Lastly, we have the customer confirmed report. Now this is based on the customer delivery date in the add change job screen. It is based on the tick boxes selected in the add change job screen. The information will then display with a yes or no in this option. So simply, we choose the date range, to and from, and then regenerate the report. Once you've got your report, again, print or close.